Hey, what's up? What's going on out there? I was checking out this video with Choke No Joke, and he was talking about Max B's release and how nobody was talking about what actually got Max B put in jail. And I thought it was an interesting take. So I'm gonna let the video run and give my 1 2.
Where he come home and everybody's acting like he went to jail, like he was a political prisoner. No, that nigga went to jail for being a grimy nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I know people gonna be like, damn, Choke, yo, you hating. I'm not hating. It ain't like the nigga went to jail for saving a baby. You know?
Like he has a point. For those of you who don't know, man, Max B was a rapper that got locked up for basically setting up an armed robbery. Well, in his defense, I don't think he knew it was going to go left, but it ended up going that way anyway. So basically, I guess a broad came to him with the idea about somebody she knew that had some bread. He basically orchestrated, the robbery. Got some of his guys, I think his brother or something like that. They went to rob the guy. Somebody ended up getting killed, and Max B, I think the girl snitched on him, and he ended up doing like 16, 15 years, and he just came home for basically to get time reduced to basically saying he was a part of it or conspired to commit murder or something like that. Either way, he's out, and everybody's celebrating him. And, I'm happy. I don't ever want somebody to be locked up unless it's just some straight up nut stuff. But I think people are kind of losing the perspective of why he went, like Choke was saying. Like he wasn't there saving a baby. He wasn't a political prisoner. He was actually there because he was being grimy as hell and somebody lost their life.
What I'm saying? He went to jail because another nigga had more money than him and he wanted to take it and it went wrong. And the man, David Taylor, lost his life for it. Like, how y'all celebrating this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm happy the nigga get to come home. He gave time back. If this, that, and the third, he get to be with his family.
But again, to reiterate what I was saying earlier, I don't think that Max B wanted somebody to lose their life like basically a homicide. He was just looking for the robbery, come up, which was still grimy as hell. But him being part of that whole take, that's why he ended up in prison. But again, I don't think he wanted to see the individual get killed.
He's running around giving this nigga jewelry and niggas is jealous because Max B got 100,000 in jewelry. Jealous? Like this nigga got 3 hots in the car for 16 years. 16 years, me and you was out here paying bills, taking care of our family, taking care of our kids, cell phone bills, rent, mortgages, insurance, car insurance. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This nigga was walking to the fucking on the child. You know what I'm saying? He going to get a free meal 3 times a day. You know what I'm saying? That nigga ain't paying the light bill in jail. Like jealous, nigga, y'all niggas is crazy.
Do you feel like he's been rehabilitated though, and he regrets what he did from back in them days,
man? That nigga been in the front of 100 microphones since he been home. He don't show no remorse. He didn't say anything about having remorse about what he did. You know what I'm saying? He not telling these young niggas out here, yo, I went to jail. What I went to jail for was wrong. I shouldn't have did it. I regret it. A man lost his life. Rest in peace to him. My sympathy out to his family. None of that. No, nigga, I'm wavy. I got jewelry. You know
what I'm saying? Man, I'm not gonna lie. I rewinded that part a couple times. That joint had me dying laughing. But yeah, to Choke's point, I don't recall Max coming out and saying, "Hey, look, I regret what I did. Somebody lost their life. My condolences out to his family or whatever." I don't recall him saying that. Not to say that he didn't do it, but again, to Choke's point, since he's been home, I just been seeing all the glamour and glitz, and with the chains, the eating and clothes and all that type of stuff. So I haven't seen that. And another point that Choke is making about him talking to the kids and saying, don't follow me, don't do this path. And you see what I'm doing this got me, so don't follow me. So I think that's a big point as well.
Like, nigga, and these niggas is all around him. A bunch of broke niggas are around him. And they seeing this nigga get all this jewelry and all this praise for robbing and killing a nigga.
My God.
And no, I know he wasn't there. He didn't pull the trigger. But tell that to Pooh Sims.
Again, and I'm going to stop the video right there because that's the parts that I wanted to cover. And again, like I think Choke is hitting on some good points. Not just with Max B, it's just, brothers coming home in general. Sometimes they come home, they can show contrition and sympathy and say, it was wrong what I did, and try to teach the youth, to go in the opposite direction. I think that's the biggest point that Choke was trying to hit at, which I totally agree with. But, hopefully Max, he does some other interviews and he talks about the situation and how to steer the youth in the right direction, to get them off the streets and, just to be on a righteous path. But anyway, peace be to Max B. I hope he keeps doing his thing and honestly just make, more positive music. Because once you get to a certain age and all this gun bust and hustling stuff, like you can't be, and I'm not saying Max B specifically, but just in general, like you can't be, promoting one thing and then telling kids one thing or the youth one thing, because that's just going to make you look like a contrarian, basically. But anyway, that's my 1-2. Leave your commentary. Let me know what you think.